Bay 13 is now available for loading. I repeat, Bay 13 now available for loading. Bay 13 is now available for loading. I repeat, Bay 13 now available for loading.
Hello. Oh, I don't have a camera. Uh-oh. Hold on a second. What happened? Oh, come on. Every time. Every freaking time. All right, hold on. I gotta delete that. Yes, I want to delete that. Add camera capture. Camera. I don't know why this does this to me every single freaking time. There we go. All right. Okay. Let me flip myself. What's up, STI? How you doing, buddy? Flip horizontal. There we go. Right where we need to be. Hello, welcome on in, everybody. Okay, so I just need to get Instagram rolling here. Unwrapping and relaxing sounds like a good name for this stream. Let me copy this stuff. Copy that key. I normally go live at 7 on Fridays, but my body decided to make me sleep. So I took a nap. And now I'm trying to like quickly eat dinner and then stream at the same time. But good to go. All right. I think we're live. Let me make sure. Yep, we're good. Think so? Yeah, we're good. All right. Hi, everyone. Let me, first of all, is my music even playing? No, it's not. Oh, no. Why is it not playing? That's not good. Give me a second here. Let me figure this out. Play back. What happened? Hey, that's right. Is YouTube not? That's kind of strange. Let me figure out what happened here. Should be going through A. Okay. Ah, there we go. Okay, figured it out. It's fixed. Hey, Manchu, good morning. How are you? Okay, I think we're back. I think we're good. All right, sweet. So, let me get some music rolling here. Today we are doing my worst nightmare, and that's UV unwrapping. So that's fun. But, good morning, good evening, wherever you may be. I'm going to be eating throughout this because, like I said, I took a nap after work. I'm doing good. I just woke up from a nap, so I'm like, I'm trying to become like not groggy. But all right, so I started working on this last night, and I just found a little bit of a flaw with Rhizome that I'm not super thrilled with. The issue being is that when you re-import it, it just tries to auto unwrap everything, and I don't really like that. So I'm gonna select everything I did last night. Okay. Which unfortunately was a good chunk of stuff. Actually, I really didn't do that much. I know I did that. I for sure did these. All these little spine pieces. If I get all these. But did everyone have a good Halloween? If you celebrate Halloween, was it a prosperous night, or did you guys not get a lot of trick-or-treaters if you weren't passing out candy? We didn't get too many. It was pretty quiet, but it's been pretty quiet for the past couple of years. So we're gonna select all of that. It should be, I think, everything I did. Oh no, I did this too. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to hide these. Not necessarily sure that's what I want to do. Oh, that is what I want to do. Ah, you son of a gun. Okay. I'm gonna try it. Oh, it's gonna make me reselect everything. Damn it. It's still getting used to this program. I did finally buy it because it's more than worth it. But the way they do things is a little strange. I need to figure, because like right now you would think, oh, you're selecting everything. I'm really not. I'm only selecting shells, which is kind of slightly annoying. I think that's everything. Yeah. All right, so let me select all the shells, and then we're going to hide that. And then what I want to do, because I didn't UV anything else on this, is I'm going to select all of this. And I'm going to delete these UVs. And I'm not sure how to do that. Gotta love that huge pile of shells, so piece by piece will look great textured. I know, it's going to be good when it's done. It's just taking forever. Crawl. This program is called Rhizome UV. Draw. Hold on, I'm sorry. I don't really speak Spanish, so I don't really know what that says. Let me translate it real quick. Google. Translate. Let me see here, so I can give you an answer. Oh, come on, Brave. Translate. Hold on, draw. All right, cool. How to eliminate seams when texturing a substance. I model and then do the UVD. And so you're never going to truly eliminate straight seams. You're going to try to find ways to hide your seams, and then Substance has some tools inside of it to allow you to kind of merge them and, like, you know, work your textures into the seams so they line up better. You'll never truly like eliminate seams, but there are tools within Substance that kind of help you cover them up almost. STI, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing real good. How you doing? Okay, I'll make sure I didn't miss everybody else. No, I think we're good. All right. Let's see. Gotta love with all the pieces. Yes. Sir, all the unwrapping is the same tile. Then how will these be different? So that's the thing with Rhizome. So with Rhizome, what I like to do is I'll go through and unwrap everything, and then I'll select my pieces as I'm going back through, and I'll set up my UDIMs. So after we set this up, I'll add my UDIM tiles and everything like that, and I'll go through and set everything up. But right now I'm just doing the initial like unwrap phase. I just don't know how to delete the UVs on an object. Actually haven't had to do that. Let's see if there is a tool for it. Because I know... do a quick Google search just because I'm still getting familiar with this. Delete Rhizome. Isolate the area you want, selecting I, hold down control. That's not happening. UV rename current UV set, type of UV set window. Wait a minute. Come on, there's gotta be an easy way to do this. Always be present on the mesh. I'm not sure, but all right. So it looks like it's not possible. So I'm just gonna have to hide it as I go. That's kind of annoying. What stuff do you work on? This is Rhizome UV. Layout full screen. Let me just do one pass just to see. Just want to make sure. Because the problem is that instead of importing it with just the UVs that I set up, it imported everything that Maya had built out, which I don't want. Or did it? No, it didn't. It's just applying the material to them because it's still unwrapped. Okay, no, we're good. All right, that's fine. Sweet. So I'm just gonna pick things. I'm gonna start working on this part. So we're gonna isolate this guy. This guy's gonna be a bit of a beast. So this will be funny. Model's taking shape. Yeah, it's finally done modeling, thankfully. I'm glad of that because I was getting a little tired of modeling it. What's up, Al? How are you? All right. So the one thing I've noticed is because this model is as high resolution as I made it, Rhizome has a little bit of I want to say like a lag to it. when it's cutting. Might be better today. I don't really know. I don't know if it was my PC acting up yesterday or not, but we shall see what it does today. So if you guys haven't used Rhizome, Rhizome is a super awesome tool for just doing unwrapping. You know, it is a purpose-built tool, and I started using it this year. I probably won't ever go back. Let's see. I'm trying to just find where I want these seams to lay. That'll be okay, so we'll just cut that real quick. It's really a lot of work. It is definitely a lot of work. Jay, what's up? It's not lag, it's just loading. It's running better than it was, so that's good. Do we have to use that software? No, absolutely not. Wow. You don't have to use Rhizome at all. Maya has a perfectly good built-in UV tool, and you're not at all like required to use Rhizome. I use it because it literally makes UVing so much faster. It saves me so much freaking time. What's going on? Not much. Just unwrapping the alien. How you doing? Just trying to unwrap the alien, I should say. This piece is going to be a little confusing. So we're gonna cut that. Just trying to figure out where I want my seams to go. Yeah, it's for sure taking its time still. I like to unwrap my components after I'm done making them, or at least when I get a general form. I used to do that, but because I use a separate app now, that kind of makes that hard. Like, I suppose I could do like a base unwrap in Maya, but I just kind of stopped because Rhizome does make it so much faster. Symmetry works really well too when your model is actually set up that way. But this one's a little bit different. This is the first time I'm really like pushing Rhizome with a really high polygon mesh, so we shall see how it handles all of this. But I'm just trying to cut out my base shape so far. What's up, Ooh Master? How are you? How do I want to unwrap that? I'm going to cut right here. Yeah. Actually, I don't know. You know what? Let's try symmetry. Hold on a second. Where's this button? Symmetry? Yeah. Let's see if this works. You played Error and my computer froze, Owl. That was you. Are the navigation controls the same as Maya? They're pretty similar. Why did this just freeze? Oh, it's setting up symmetry. Okay. What's your take on the two softwares, Maya and Blender? They're both great tools. There's nothing wrong with them. I prefer Maya, but a lot of people prefer Blender, especially because it's free. I do think there's a lot that's built into Maya that it does require like plugins in Blender, but you could still do anything Maya does in Blender. Regardless whether it requires a plugin or not. So they're both good tools. I just find Blender a little bit clunky for me to move around in. I know that's totally different for other artists, so it's just really dependent on like what your experience is with this. I don't think, yeah, symmetry's not gonna work because it's rotated all weird. That's fine. Software name, this is called Rhizome UV. Camera control is a little bit easier, right? It's a tad bit. It's basically the same. The only thing that I noticed that I don't deal with a lot of is like clipping. So, but it does try, the camera in Rhizome tends to focus on what you're selecting. So it will try to kind of hover around it, which is nice. But the reason I use Rhizome is because of the selection algorithm, and I'll show you a really good example of that real quick here. So, I want to know because I really want to get into work. I've been using 3ds Max. 3ds Max is good too. Like, they're all good tools. 3ds I know is just more for like product and architectural visualization stuff. So just depends on what you're doing. I can see that I never supported that, but it's hidden, so it doesn't really matter. And I just cut this real quick, and I'll show you guys what I mean. So, in Maya, right, if I were to try to select this lower edge loop, it would select through the entire portion of the, like, the mesh. Why are we slowing down here? But now, because I have a cut here and a cut up front, it automatically just detects that, and it says, all right, cool. This is where you want this to stop, and that's exactly where I want it to stop. So I just cut it. Finally UVing, unfortunately. I like Maya has the options wheel when you hold space. Yeah, that's true too. Okay. So I need to separate all of these little ribs and just kind of break up this structure here. Hello. Make sure the music's not too loud. It's a little bit loud. Turn it down just a tad bit. All right, there we go. Alien versus Terminator. I know it was. It's funny because like when I started building it, I didn't really plan on like the whole Terminator like concept of it. I was just like, I just want to make a robot Xenomorph. But the more I worked on it, the more I was like, this is basically a Terminator, which is cool. I mean, I like it. What's this program you're using? This is called Rhizome. Another reason I like Rhizome is they are one of the few software manufacturers that you buy the software and you keep it forever. So I did what they call their like indie rental plan, where you pay like $15 a month for a year, and then the software is yours. So it's very affordable. They have a really nice, I think it was like a 30-day trial, and then you get to keep it forever. So I'll pay $15 for a year per month and then just keep it forever. And you can actually pay that off too at any time. So if you want to pay like $50 at one point or like whatever, you can just pay whatever and it'll just renew the license. And then once you hit that 12-month period, the license is yours. The software doesn't matter that much. What do you mean, Hazel? Or is it Hazel? Sorry if I said that wrong. Is that how I selected that other one? No, it's not. Okay. Trying to do this evenly. There we go. Cut that off. Okay, that answers my question. Yeah. It'd be cool if it was free, but no, it's just, it is considered an industry standard app, so it's a good one to learn. Because a lot of studios use it. You can also pay for Rhizome in one shot. Yeah, Jay. I've had mine since 2020. Yeah. I really appreciate that they do that still. It's a very rare thing in the world of 3D software. Or just software in general at this point. I'm waiting for Windows to become a subscription stupidity service. Because I'm sure it'll happen at some point. I honestly miss the days of just buying software. Like, I know in some cases it was expensive. Like, Maya was very expensive back in the day, and it still is if you don't buy the indie license. But, I don't know, it was just nicer. I still have my educational licenses for Autodesk Creative Suite because they're perpetual. Because when they bought them, or when my school bought them for us, they were just perpetual licenses. What's up, Lachlan? How are you doing? Don't jinx it. I'm not going to jinx it. Don't worry. You can achieve the same results with Maya, 3ds Max, Blender, Houdini, etc. Yeah, absolutely. I would argue a little bit on the Houdini thing, though, because Houdini's simulation destroys everybody else. But that's what that software is built for. But yes, generally you can accomplish the same thing. Miran Nabi? I hope I said that right. I'm sorry if I butchered that, but hello. I love Houdini clouds. They look very nice. Houdini is still on my list of softwares to learn someday. I just know for a fact I won't be modeling in it. Tried that once, not doing it again. Although I heard there was a really good plugin for modeling. I don't think I'll switch entirely though. Maya still has my heart. But I'm also always open to finding tools that make what I do faster. Like Rhizome. Do you use Rhizome a lot, Jay? It's just so quick for cutting things. I'm always inspired by your works. Any scratch course you could recommend an experienced artist? If you want, if you do have one of yours, please let us know. So I don't really have a course right now. I do have a couple tutorials on my YouTube that I'm working on building up more of. So there's that. If you're not subscribed to me on YouTube, you can join there. As I said last week, I did start a Patreon. I'm not really pushing it. I'm not really advertising it yet, but in the future, I plan on developing some exclusive courses for Patreon because I want to do courses. They take a lot of time to build. And so because they take a lot of time to build, I do want to see if I can like find a good balance of, you know, making a little bit of money off of making those courses while also offering them at affordable prices. So basically, when I release a course, they're going to be available to everyone at the $5 tier on my Patreon. And that'll be standard across all my courses. Have you tried plasticity? No, I haven't. What's up, Z? How you doing? When I get stuck in Maya, I tend to try to problem solve and get obsessed, and I forget that Rhizome's a thing. That's true. Yeah. Sometimes Maya's Unwrapped just like does some funky things. It's still perfectly fine. Like, I never have an issue with it, but much easier. That's going to cut that in half, isn't it? No, not really. It's just going to be a little funky. I want you to do courses, too. I would like to do courses. They are on my list of things I want to accomplish. But I started this to make sure that, like, I wasn't just in it for like making money. Like, I do want to build a community off of all this, so like I try to stay really careful when it comes to charging money for anything. And you know, I knew it would be an eventual thing, but I'm trying to keep it to a point where like it just supports the channel and grows what we're doing here. That's the goal. That, and if you support me on Patreon, it all goes to the channel instead of like subscribing on Twitch where we only get like 50% of it, just because of the way the platforms work. It's nicer than Fusion. Yeah, that I've heard that. I mean, if you're into like the whole like CAD stuff, I looked at it. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to start doing like CAD stuff and then having to retopologize it anyway. Did you do the other parts too? Yes, I did. I built the entire model myself. I'm doing good, Z. I'm doing real good. I took a nap this afternoon, so I'm trying to like wake up from that grogginess. But otherwise, I'm doing good. All right, I think. No, JK, we're not ready to unwrap that. I still have much more to cut off of this. The nice thing is with this build is there's so much density to it that hiding these seams is not going to be hard. All right, so we're going to cut that. Just saved. Cut. Good morning, Gautam. How are you? Oh yeah, I hear that in Abatek. I haven't yet, but at 4:30 is right. Yeah, dude, I got off work. My wife went to work, and then like I was laying on the couch, just like scrolling TikTok, and then next thing I knew, I woke up at like 6:50, and I was like, oh god. So I had to kind of like rush around and get everything done that I was supposed to get done because I had to shut the air conditioner off because it's getting too cold, and we have a swamp cooler, so it's always full of water. Don't need that freezing over. Alright, so let me think about how I want to do this. Because I'm actually thinking what I'm going to do. Figure this out. So we'll cut this. That's one thing I don't like about Rhizome. When you zoom out and you zoom into another part, it spazzes out. And it doesn't let you leave that part. Which one of you is the corner here? I think it's this one. Kind of. No. So I'm just going to hide this seam right here. But again, the beautiful thing is I just have to click one point. That'll be my stopping point. And I can just double click and it travels all the way through. I'm really hoping the UV doesn't take me more than a couple hours. But there are so many pieces that I have no idea how long it's going to take. Oh, let's see. Press home on the keyboard. No, it doesn't. Or insert. Try insert. It does not either. I don't know. It doesn't bother me that much. It's like that's like a small complaint. I gotta go now. Couldn't be here long. Have a good rest of the stream. Lachlan, have a good night, man. A lot of people complain about UV unwrapping. It's because I feel like it's warranted. I hate UV unwrapping. I just think it's tedious. I'm not the biggest fan of the process in the world. It's also like the least artistic part of like 3D modeling, so I just don't enjoy it. So I jokingly complain about it, but honestly, Rhizome just made it a lot faster for me. Best part about using Maya is where they don't listen to their user feedback all year and you still have to pay them. They're doing a lot better, I will say. One thing that I got to give Autodesk a lot of credit for is they're really ramping up their social media, and they're kind of trying to build a community now, which I think is really cool because I've had a lot of conversations with them, and I think they're really trying to kind of correct that part because Blender's kind of forcing that on them. But it's good to see them trying to do that because that means that things can only get better. The only thing that I wish they would do is I really wish they would actually take a serious look at Mudbox and try to make it a ZBrush competitor. Does Rhizome have automatic unwrapping? It does, and it does work. I just still prefer kind of the manual cutting that I do. I just like knowing where my seams are, really. It also took me until yesterday to figure out how to unselect things. So I'm still very new to this software. Yeah, see, that's the only thing I don't like. I'm sure there is a way to recenter the camera. I just haven't looked into it. Probably some hotkey that I'm missing. Watching this is affirming my need to make all my textures procedural. The software looks great though. It's really good. It's funny because like I actually like cringe at the idea of using procedural textures just because like it freaks me out because I don't understand them well enough. So to each their own. I think it's awesome that there are people who understand them. I was trying to help somebody out in the PolyRocket Discord, and they were trying to do procedural textures, and I'm just like, man, I'm kind of lost here. Why is that one acting the way it is? Oh. Oh. That's why. My bad. I didn't think about it. Okay, so that goes through. I see what I did wrong. Okay. I was trying to make one of those could they actually rival ZBrush? I don't think that they'll ever consider the big studios wouldn't go for it. I don't know. I don't know if it could. It would be nice to have something that would slightly compete against it. Just because I think Maxon is insane for charging $50 a month for it. But, know, whatever. Let's see. What software are you using? This is Rhizome UV, Suraj Moore. Actually wish that Autodesk actually looked at mobile again and did something with it. Oh, like mobile devices? It'd be cool. Yeah, I don't really know. Let's see. I missed a bunch of stuff. What is your logic for UDIMs? So what I'm trying to do with this project is to sort things in a way that makes sense to me. So pistons are going to have their own UDIM, and then other like certain like aspects or certain parts that I know are going to have a lot of detail added to them, like decals or whatever. They're going to have their own UDIM tiles, so I can continue to scale and work with them if I need to. Otherwise, I'm just going to try to keep it under 15 tiles because this is going into Unreal Engine, and I already know it's going to be a pain. I think I'll have to use the translator since the video is published to capture. Oh, that's okay. I can still translate on Google. I just have a hard time. It just takes me a minute to do it. Unfortunately, manual UV unwrapping is always the best. It is. Yeah, automatic UV unwrapping is just not there yet. Maybe we'll get an AI that does it someday, but I doubt it. What would be the difference between making the UVs in Maya or in this software? Since I noticed a lot of similarity with the native tool. Yeah, so it's actually very similar because Maya actually runs off of the same technology, which is the Unwrap 3D technology. The algorithm for selecting things in Rhizome is just better. It's faster. So whereas in Maya, like if I were to select this loop right here, by double clicking that, it stops where the last seam was. In Maya, it'll continue through the entire mesh and you have to worry about deselecting it, and it's just kind of a pain. So I just prefer this. It just works better. Plus, it's another tool to add to my portfolio, and I don't know. I just like it. It's a good tool. This one is considered a standard, like an industry standard tool as well, so it's a good one to know. And again, once you buy it, you keep it forever. So that's a big selling perk. All right, so we're gonna cut that. Let's see, what would be the, let's see, do you use ZBrush? I do a little bit. I'm still very much trying to learn it. Let me see here. Oh, I meant Motion Builder, no, my mobile. Oh, okay, gotcha. Motion Builder, yeah, I haven't used Motion. I never used Motion Builder. I think I played with it once in high school, and that was it. They're great until they aren't. It's hours of tweaking and fighting just to get it to do something stupid simple, and I have Stockholm Syndrome by now with them. What do you mean? With what? Did I miss something? Oh, procedural textures. That's right, yeah. That's fair. I hate what Maxon did, too, and saying that Pixlogic actually took that deal. Another reason to never take your company public. Yeah, that one was a bummer. I mean, initially it was cool, but, like, I don't know. It would be cheaper for me to go finance an iPad and just use ZBrush Mobile than to like actually buy the software or to like subscribe to the software. So it's just kind of a bummer. It made me kind of think twice about it. But I want to get into sculpting, and that's the best tool to do it. So it's kind of like a kind of necessary evil, unfortunately. Because a lot of people are like, oh, you can just use Blender, but like that would imply that I have to learn Blender, and like I don't want to necessarily spend the time learning that package just for that. So there's a lot to figure out there. That does a unique twist. I'm gonna cut it right there. All right, so I'm gonna do a preliminary unfold on this, and we'll see what it does. So you can see all my seams are highlighted, which is really nice. So we're gonna go ahead and unfold. Select it and then unfold it. And lay it out and see what we're dealing with. Okay, so we have a lot of stretching and skewing everywhere, so we gotta fix a lot of this. All right. But it's also very snappy. Like you saw how fast that happened. That's what I love about it. Okay, so I know this is one of the problem points here. So we'll go ahead and cut this guy. Get that selected, cut there. And I know this generally isn't like the most entertaining process to watch, but if you guys can learn something, it's worth it. Plus, it's a good way to show off a new tool, so. I think it's kind of fun to stream this sometimes. That, and it kind of makes it less suckish for me to stream this and like work on these, because as I've told you guys, I cannot stand unwrapping. What did I just do? Oh, it's saved. So, and this is what I really like about it, right? Like I can just isolate those corners, click through, and that's it. It's done. You can also shift click and it'll like merge the last known point, which is really nice. Okay, so I think that should unwrap properly. Let's go ahead and select the other one over here. The biggest thing I've always learned about UVing though is like once you start really getting comfortable with like how to unwrap things, as long as you understand how to unwrap things and like how to go about it, you can generally make it pretty fast. I think that's the biggest thing I can always like teach people. Let's put this seam on the back here, because I want those to unwrap that way. This object definitely has the most seams I've ever put on one. But I assume a lot of this is going to be this way just because there's a lot of like organic-ish shapes. So let's go ahead and unwrap that. That should correct some of that damage. Unfold and lay it out. So yeah, that corrected some of it. Don't really know where those pieces went. Let me find out where those shells went. I just want to make sure they actually unwrapped properly. Ah, yeah, there they are. Yep, they did good. Cool. That works. What's this? What are you? So I'll just go through here and find what I need to work on next. Okay, that's this guy. So I totally forgot this guy in general. So we'll just select that. Go right down the middle, because this is all covered by stuff, so you're never going to see that seam. Cut that. And as always, if you guys ever have any questions about this, just feel free to ask. Okay. So let's take that piece. We're going to just unfold that. See, that corrects that really nicely. That's kind of weird. What is that? What are you? Oh. That did something kind of funky. Is that... Alright. Let's see what happened here. I've noticed that I've had to do a lot of pinning on this one, just to kind of like fix some of these. There's like a, yeah, there's like a crunch or something here. I do wish the selection tool was a little bit different, because it's a little funky. Yeah, this got like jacked up somehow. Might have to pin this. Let's move some of these verts out of here. This part right here, like this stuff, this is where I feel like it's less efficient than Maya. Because I do feel like Maya has much better like movement controls for UV shells. Learning Blender is nice. I'm a tech artist, mostly in Blender. The nice part is being able to talk with developers daily about it and also contribute. Yeah, no, that's really cool. Like, that's definitely something that you can't really do with Autodesk. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Like, when I used Blender myself, I just felt like it was really like clunky to try to move around in. And I'm sure with time that would have gotten better, but I'm just kind of at a point in my career with 3D that I don't have the time to spend learning that unless I absolutely have to. Okay, so that is smoothed for the most part. So we're going to go ahead and unfold it a little bit. Let's turn up the pressure on that. And let's see, sharpen. Let's go back to smooth. It's not really affecting anything. Why is that? Oh, you know why? Hold on. I have those selected. Okay. That's why. Okay. So we'll just kind of clean that up a little bit. And so we're getting a little bit of distortion there, but it's not super bad, so I'm not really worried about it. All right. So we'll leave that as is for now. Is Rhizome UV easy to learn? I haven't had really any of a problem learning it, so won't that warp the UVs? So that's what I'm looking at here, right? So Rhizome's a little bit different because you've got your two zones. Like you'll have too much warping on red, and you'll have too much like sharpness on blue. So you want to be in this neutral area. So this like kind of lighter red color is totally okay from my experience. I haven't had much issue with it. And you can tell by looking at the model, like I'm not getting any distortion here on the checker. So it's not something I'm super stressed about. But if it does become an issue, I'll just come back through and clean it up. It won't be the end of the world. Okay, so let's figure out what's next. I want to see what these are. Okay, that's these things. So I just need to cut those, really. So that should cut right through there. Same thing over here. And cut. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's like the most easy thing in the world to learn, but their documentation is really good. I haven't had any problems with their documentation. The only thing that I found that was really difficult to learn with Rhizome was the kind of like the way selection works in Rhizome. And that can be kind of a pain, but once you start using it, you'll get used to it. Okay, so let's select that shell and this shell. Unfold those. Lay everything out once again. Okay. So we have a lot of blue here. I don't really like that. But that's all happening because of this junk. So what is still attached to that that's causing that? Oh, just all this stuff. Okay. So we'll try to carry this line through. Go right through. So see, that's an issue. So what I'll do is I'll come over here. I'll select this end cap. Nope. Stop it. And these sit inside of a mesh, so I'm not super worried about them. They don't need to look good at all. I'm a little bummed I didn't shape them properly, but that's okay. Alright, so that stops there. Let's go over here. So right in the middle here, we want this one too. So we'll cut that. And that should free us up from the rest of that distortion. And get that much cleaner. Alright. So now, select those and unwrap. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay, so I'll get that laid out. All right, what else we have an issue with? So these guys, where are you? Oh, these are just because I didn't select them. That's fine. What are you? Okay, so let's look at these now. So I know generally what I'll do in these. Let me think about this. Because that'll cut all the way through. I think I'll go this route. I do wish my symmetry was working. But I understand why it's not. It is my fault. Alright, so that's good. So that will take care of that portion. And then what we want to do is we want this to cut in half. Roy! What's up, buddy? Aren't you still streaming? And I don't need to save with Rhizome because it auto-saves very, very often. Which is really nice. Okay. So I think what I'll do is I'll leave that. I'll go there. And I'll go here. Go here. So I think about how that's going to unfold. And I'll pop to there. Do the same thing down here. That should unfold evenly. So we'll cut that. I want to see how that's going to work. So we'll select both these shells here and then unwrap them. And that worked. So cool. All right. I think that's all I did. Is that right? Oh, yeah, there was the, nope. Yeah. Okay. This is actually a fairly complex piece, so a lot of this will go a lot faster once I get to the smaller pieces. But of course I chose the most difficult one to start with. But it gets it out of the way, so. Alright. Yeah, that's annoying. Alright, unfold. Let's go ahead and lay this out one more time. Their packing algorithm is really good. I gotta give them credit for that. Alright, what are you? So that's a fun one. That should just cut. Hopefully. Select that shell. Unfold you. Perfect. Lay it out. So let's check our deformation here. This guy, what are you? That's fine. I could make it a little bit better. I think I will. I don't really need to because I know this piece isn't important. You'll never see it, but it doesn't hurt. that piece right there. So what's this? What be you? Oh, this big chunk. Okay. Okay. That's going to be a fun one. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to snap those off. It just makes the most sense to me at this point. So we'll cut there. And then I'm going to just allow this to split the way it needs to split. Because we already cut out those holes, so we're good there. And then I guess this would be also a good time to let you guys know. So we opened up a new section of the Discord today. So if you're not in the Discord and you want to join the Discord, it's still very much open to everybody. The new section is for community collaboration. So if you are interested in collaborating with people in the community, you want to request a collaboration, whatever, there's a new space available for it. So if that's something you guys would be interested in, make sure you join the Discord with the link in my description or my bio. It's a fun place to be. It's growing. All right. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just call it here. And I'm going to cut this off entirely just because it doesn't make sense to retain that for whatever purpose. So we will do that. This hasn't been unwrapped yet, so we can just grab this chunk of grossness and unwrap it. And then lay it out. What am I doing? There we go. Okay, cool. So that looks good. There's a little bit of blue, but again, not super stressed about it. Unfold that. Do you not want to unfold? What's going on here? Oh, okay, there we go. It's a little funky, but I know where that is. It's one of these caps, so I'm not stressed about it. All right, so let's go ahead and lay that out again. Okay, cool. Overall, looking pretty good. I'm not concerned about these lighter stress points. I don't really care to like go through the full like perfect UVs for this. What is that though? Clearly I'm missing something. Oh yeah, I'm missing two things, aren't I? Oh, fun. Okay. So I just don't have that snapping apart. There's always something. I'm thinking the easiest way to get that to unfold is going to be this way. Let me think about this. Probably thinking about this wrong, but we're going to try it anyway. Let's see. Yeah, because that all links. Think about this. Come on now. So that goes through. We don't want that, so we want to go right up here. Goes straight up. It's not going to work. Well, let's do this. We'll cut that, see where the stress is. But I hope you're all doing good tonight. Hope you guys had a good week. It's exciting for the weekend. All right, so we're going to select that shell because I believe that piece is already cut out. Yeah, so that piece is already, wait a minute. Why is it? That's interesting. Doesn't really matter all that much, but it's okay. So I'm going to unfold this. You can see that made no difference whatsoever. So that tells me I've still got some more work to do. So let me think about that. That should technically unfold and open up. Oh, the problem is there's no... Okay. So let's do that then. I do need that to cut open. See, I don't want that doing that, though. That's okay. What I'll do... I'll cheat it a little bit. Nope. Okay. Although that's gonna... Alright, this is gonna be really ugly, but it's so hidden, it's not gonna matter. Alright. Let's try that now. That should be a little bit better. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. Alright, so we have that now. We can lay that chunk out. Ooh, I just did that and I didn't want to do that. Okay. Layout. Let's find that last piece that we got to adjust. This guy over here. That's a tricky one too because it looks like, it almost looks like it's okay. All right, thank you so much for the raid. What's up, everybody? Holy crap, 3830. Thank you for the biddies. Hello, Kat. How are you guys doing? How was World of Warcraft? How'd it go? How was the stream? How are you guys doing? Why are you using this difference between Maya and this? This is faster. Kind of the same technology, but it's faster. It was a blast. Nice. You guys get any good raids in? It's about my knowledge of like World of Warcraft, so I don't really know much about it, but I'm glad you guys had a good stream. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. Thank you for bringing everybody in. Everybody, if you haven't met me yet, my name is Matt. I run Cryptic Visionary on YouTube, Instagram, and all the other social media platforms that exist on the planet. I'm a 3D artist, and tonight we are unwrapping a very large model that I created and trying to do it without hating my life. Just some leveling? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. What's up, JB? How are you doing? What's up, Z? And Madness, buddy, how you doing? Guys, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. Glad you guys had a great stream. That's super awesome. I'm having a good stream. The content of my stream is not what I enjoy doing, but it's educational for people, and that's what matters. I was watching both. Got you. What's good, man? I'm doing good. I started watching. What did I start watching last night? Konosuba. I got a couple of years added to my list though that you sent me, so I'm excited to start those too. Did I cut those on the other one? I did. So we'll cut that. Oh, nice. Oh, you called me a BAMF. I didn't even see that. Let's see. Is this a game ready object or just normal proper scene? So this is not game ready at all. It's going to be in Unreal Engine, but you would not want to use this for a game at all. I'll show you the whole asset in a second here. Now that that's finished, let me unfold that real quick, lay it out. So if you guys want to see what I'm working on here, so this is just one part of a very large model. So this is, oh, that hurt my heart a little bit. This is what we're working on. I've already done a lot of the top parts, so I'm just kind of hiding pieces as I go. Which means that this one's ready to go. So we'll hide that one now. So I'm just slowly kind of dissolving this model and adding new UVs to it. But yeah, that's life right now. I'm gonna try to get some of these pipes out of the way because these pipes take up a lot of space. The other cool thing about Rhizome, anyway. Let's check this out. So we'll go to our pipe here, right? So we already know pipes are pretty easy. Just select one seam, cut it. This model is so complex, it's taking a Rhizome a second. But once it's cut, you can select the shell, unfold it, lay it out. Rhizome does a really good job at laying out complex pieces like this, and I'm not super worried about any of the distortion that's there. But I can get off of that isolation, and I know that this part's the same. So if I select this shell, and I just hit this button, it's going to find the other part in the scene, and it's going to automatically UV it for me. So now, yep, we got the same thing going on. I put the seam in a weird spot, though. I'm actually going to undo that because I don't like where that seam got put. Usually it does better about that. That's funny. That's the first time I've had that fail that way. That's okay, though. It's easy. Damn. Wait, Jesus, what? Uhu Master? Alright. Go back. Just isolate out of that. Alright, so these guys can go. They are now done. Actually, we can lay them out, though. Beautiful. Bye-bye. Okay. We're getting there. It's just going to take a bit of time. It's okay. This is totally my fault for building a model this way. But I wanted to make sure it was done right. All right. Pipes. Let's do more pipes. This one is a single pipe, so we can just cut that real quick. And then I know if I unfold that, it's going to be kind of big, so I'm going to cut this one in half. So we'll go right here in the middle, just add a seam, cut it. It's funny, actually, the worst part of all of this, like this entire project, was naming everything. That sucked. I hated every second of that. Alright, so that part's done. Just anchor select all the shells and hide. So you can see, like, we can make quick work of this. So, like, it's a lot of pieces, but we can do really quick work of it. Which is what's really nice. It's just a pretty heavy model. Is that one pipe? That's two pipes. Let's just control select both of them and isolate them both. We'll just do two at once. That's right. Yeah, that'll keep those nice and hidden. Yeah, I don't think even I realized how many, like, pieces this thing was until I started, like, going through and naming everything. It's got to be almost 1,000 pieces at this point. Isolate. Oh, no, that's not what I want. I want to hide those. Why not do a good UV of the parts that's on the front and make small UV mix sets for the parts that are inside the model, which doesn't affect the lights? So The reason being, and the reason why I spend so much time on every UV for this model, is I want to be able to go around this model and zoom in and look at details. Because I plan on heavily texturing this thing. Like, this is not just like an easy model for me. This isn't just like a project I want to just knock off my list. This is truly meant to be like something that I'm challenging myself with, which is exactly why every UV needs to be done correctly. Hey, Kelsey, how are you? Oops. The nice thing is like a lot of this is pretty simple. So like these are pretty simple objects. Like they're not anything crazy. Let's see. Just cut a lot of this off. Try to keep and maintain that interior edge just because it kind of helps the look of it. Good to see you, Kelsey. How was your week? All right, so to break this off, what we're going to do is we're just going to select this loop here. No. This loop. Yes, that horrible looking loop. Okay. It's funny how badly the topology got kind of mashed up when I subdivided this. Not really the end of the world, but it's not the prettiest thing in the world either. Alright, so we will maintain that. This will be one of the unfold joints. That's solid. We're going to do the same thing over here. Cut that. That week was alright. Got some goodish news today. I finally got my court papers approved and fonts will be back. Nice! That's good. That's awesome. I wish you the best of luck with that. I hope everything goes in your favor this time. That's awesome to hear. Good, just nerve-wracking. Yeah, that's fair. Well, hopefully it goes better this time and it goes in your field. We're all rooting for you. All right, let me think about this. I'm gonna leave, so I'm gonna actually cut this chunk off. I used to focus really heavily on making sure my UVs were all one shell, and I realized that was a really dumb idea. You absolutely don't have to do that. Are you guys finally starting to cool down a little bit out there, Kelsey? How was Halloween? It was good. My wife worked last night, so I hung out with my family. But we handed out candy, talked about next Tuesday, because it's the only thing people can talk about right now. And then just kind of hung out. What about you? Did you take your kiddos out trick-or-treating? Let's unwrap that and lay it out. Look at that. So pretty. Okay. De-isolate. So I'm going to try just copying this over because I don't want to deal with it. Let's see if that does what it's supposed to. Just thinking about it. And it failed. There must be something slightly different with this one. Oh, that sucks. I knew this one was going to be a challenge, though, so that's okay. I'm just going to isolate and copy what I did on this one. Sometimes it could be as simple as, like, I moved a face a little bit too much. So let's go ahead. Select that guy. That's not what I want either. Okay, that's right. And then what did I do in here? Okay. It's behaving a little strange. All right. Let's see. Yes, thank God. It was coolish too. I was worried it was going to be trick or treating, but yeah, I can't imagine trick or treating in like Arizona heat. That would be awful. Tell me about it. My family's on the tizzy over the election. Yeah, it's just I'm ready for it to all be over. I'm so tired of it. But I got my booze ready, so just drink until it doesn't suck anymore. All right, I think that's right. Wait a minute. Yeah, no, I selected the wrong. Damn it. It's all right. Thankfully, it's easy to deselect things. So that cut goes up there. This is where I'm noticing where it's different. Yeah. Okay. So that's why the auto cutting didn't work. Okay, so we'll cut that. Hello, Matt. You know, I was talking about ref image drop. Actually, at the time, I was thinking like I should drop a special giveaway when we reach specific requirements, like 1,000 subs or something. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I mean, we can certainly do that. I just don't know what metric we put it under. Maybe if we want to do it on when I hit partner on YouTube, that'd be cool. If you guys didn't know, I am pushing for partner on YouTube. So subscriptions, watching the videos, sharing the videos, that stuff all helps grow that channel. So that's kind of the push right now for the till the end of the year anyway. Which software are you using? This is Rhizome. Let's see, Rocket Shore. Why Rhizome? Because it's much faster than Maya. And that's really kind of the only reason why. George Alberto, no, this isn't Maya. This is Rhizome. So this is an application I use outside of Maya for my UV mapping now. I started using this year, and it's been a total time saver. My family's all over the spectrum as far as party affiliation, so it's going to be nice for it to be over. Yeah, I get it. Thankfully, my family's not all over the place, but, like, some are more passionate than others, so it's just, like, it can be a little exhausting. Conversations yesterday were good, though. I think I'm just tired. I'm just tired of hearing about it all. I'm ready to be back to where we weren't hearing about it all, you know? Screams in Nicolas Cage. Oh god, the UVs, not the UVs. What's up, TF Raggle Fraggle? That Sai said it all, yeah. Kind of how it is. It'll be over soon. It's okay. I'm not stressed about it. I think we're going to go do our early voting tomorrow. That way we don't have to deal with it on Tuesday. Because I can only imagine the lines on Tuesday are going to be awful. Are hard surface models easier or harder to UV? It kind of depends. I think organic modeling is a lot harder to UV just because, like, you have to focus so much on retaining the shape of everything. So really it just depends. It depends on, like, what you're used to. This looks really complicated. If you want to see how complicated this really is, let me make you really sad now. So that's how far I've gotten. I still have so much to do. I hate my life. All right. Select all those. Isolate. Yay, that would be great. So I'll drop it when you get a partner on YouTube because what I got yesterday are good. They're actually weapons. That's really cool. That's awesome. Goes up polycount. Oh god, it's terminal. It's bad. When I smoothed it, it was like 2 million. So we're gonna see how good Unreal Engine's handling of hard surface models like that actually is. Because I don't know. It handles BD1 really well, so we'll see. I'm confident it'll work pretty well. For once, I'm actually not stressed about it. My GPU, that's another problem. But we'll just see as we go. I'm gonna try really hard to control the UDIMs on this one because I don't want to deal with anything crazy. That's insane. It's not the best idea in the world. Yeah, it's a pretty complicated model for sure. But this is like, I'm kind of considering this one like my last big piece of the year. So this is kind of it for this year. Like, this is going to be my big one. And then I'm pretty sure the Jaeger will end up getting finished next year. Pretty good, especially since UE5. Yeah, UE5 has been really nice so far. I haven't had any like real big concerns with it. The only thing that I found that's really weird, and I don't know if it's just to the way that I've been building my models or something, but like sometimes it doesn't like accept the normals. So I have to actually like rebuild the normals in Maya and then re-import the object, which doesn't make any sense because like they show up fine in every other application except for Unreal. So do you have tutorials to model something this complicated? Not this complicated. I will in the future on my Patreon. But that's the future feature. Oh, let's see. Hi, I have a doubt. I was taking UV in Maya, selected all the UV shells, clicked layout. Almost every shell fit in the box, but some shell left out. It happened all the time. How can I fix it? Just manually adjust them. Just find ones that you can scale. The other thing you can do is use the texel density calculator and just scale everything appropriately. So that'll handle calculating the density of each texel on each UV island, and then it'll try to fit things as best as possible. That's something that you should look at. All right, unfold this monster. Lay it out. We're gonna select both of these now. Select all. Layout so it's even. That's the other nice thing about Rhizome is it automatically does the texel density for you. So like you can go back and manually do it, but you don't have to. Is there a Y flip on Unreal? Maybe I know it's backwards and that might be it. It's just weird because like so when I put my ship, which I still haven't gotten to work in Unreal just because I don't know what's going on with that thing. But when I put my ship in there, it's like one engine's fine, the other engine is partially fine, and then like the lower engine's completely screwed, and like it doesn't make sense. It's very random. I don't even know. I don't even know those red are legit to share or not. I just found them on the internet. It says information. If you want to send me where you found them, Varad, I can look at it and just see if it's legitimate. Because of my job that I do kind of need to vet them just to make sure they're safe to share. So if you wouldn't mind just like sending me where you got them, I can look at them. Unreal does some funky things with UVs, but yeah, it's good to fix if it's yeah. I just usually clean it up in Maya. It's just it seems so opposite. I don't know. It's strange. FBI at my door. FBI, open up. Yeah, you don't want that. You definitely don't want that. Yeah, Unreal just seems to handle things backwards for some stuff. I don't know. I'm still so new into it. Like, I don't want to speak on it because like I don't know anything about it yet. But it's super cool for what I've gotten done. Hide. All right. Let's do some easier stuff. Just get some of this simple stuff out of the way. Am I stressed about that? I don't think I am. I don't know. We'll find out. Whoa, what was that? Nope, that's copyrighted. Man, that switches on a dime. All right, here, let's go show all. Nostalgic synthwave, sure. I think I'm gonna sign up for what do you call it? Because Chris started using it, Epidemic Sound, just because I'm tired of dealing with copyrighted music on YouTube. My videos keep getting flagged, and I don't want that to be the case when I'm partnered. In terms of you might understand. Well, yeah, and just because of like what I do for like my main job, I need to make sure that stuff like that doesn't happen because it could affect me. So it would be good if you send it to me. That way I can just make sure it's okay. Just to be safe. Yeah, I don't really care about that. That's fine. All right, so this is going to be the true test of this. God, it's hot in here. Why is it so warm? Let me turn my fan. Let's see. This software is only focused on UVs. Yes, this software just does UVs. All right, let's see if this is going to do what I want it to. So we'll select everything similar. Big brat. Sorry that my mouth was full. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Have you tried threatening the program? It usually works. Yeah, I've tried yelling at it, and it just kind of like crashes on me and then hates me. All right, so we're going to isolate this. So this is what's cool, right? So that just selected every similar screw on this head. And now I can take this, select all of that, and with all of these isolated, I can apply that UV. It's going to go through and retopo everything. How are you doing, buddy? I'm doing good. I'm tired. I took a nap today, but I'm doing good. Why are you taking UV in this software? Is it because it's better than mine UVing? Yeah, so it's faster. Because like I was just while I was answering your question, it's automatically UVing every single one of these screws, and I'm not doing anything. So it's much faster, and that's the only reason why. I just want to make sure these are all solid. Yeah. Yeah, so with that, like, in seconds, I was able to get those unwrapped. Wait a minute. That's fine. Let's select similar. Oh, shoot. Anchor, select similar. And so this is what's really nice. It's like, so these are all like stacked now. I can lay them all out. All my screws are nice in a row, and I can hide them. So it's really cool. It just saves a lot of time. Rhizome is honestly a huge time saver for UVs because I hate UVs. They are the literal worst. All right. What's next? I think these run through, yeah, so these run through the whole spine. Let's do these real quick. I'm going to isolate these. I'm going to do these cuts on the inside. How are you doing, Big Brat? How's everything going? I know where you are is dealing with another potential storm coming up. So, are you doing okay? All right, so we'll cut those. What's up, Mr. Blazing Man? I concur, yes. All right. Gonna unfold that, lay you out. Dunskies. Not perfect, but we'll fix that later. Not a big deal. Let's see. De-isolate. Honestly, just makes such quick work of this. Anybody watching a fan of Squid Games? And did you guys see that there's a trailer for Squid Game Season 2? I'm, like, super stoked. That's not what I wanted. Hide. Okay. My goal for tonight, which I will continue UVing this after stream, is to get the entire head done. I didn't see that. Did it have a release date? Yes. December 27th, I think. Hold on. Let me see. December 26th. I should have done it on the 25th. Could you imagine? Christmas Day, Squid Game? I'd love that. All good here. Just waiting for the storm. I'm going to see if we float away this time. I hope not. You guys need a break. It's about to send an image to in Discord DMs you can take a look at. Let me look. Where did my Discord go? There it is. Save image. Desktop. Let me open this up here. Don't scream at me, Twitch. All right, there we go. Okay, let's see. Wow, that is very high resolution. Ooh. Yeah, we may not do that one because of that notice in the top corner there. More so for just my safety. We may not end up doing that or having that available MGX. I appreciate that, but that I think we need to worry about not using that. That's very cool, though. I second that. I believe in the belief that believes in you as far as getting the head done. I'm glad. I have some beer to support that belief, so. Let's see. What software are you using this? This is called Rhizome UV. This is strictly for UV unwrapping. Yeah. Let's see. What do I want to do next? I'm going to get some of these bigger pieces out of the way. How has it been up there, Big Brett, since the last flood? Have they been able to clean up a lot of it, or is it still pretty bad? I haven't been up there in so long. All right, so let's cut these holes out. Fun fact is, I have every single image of those blueprints with assembly and nut and bolt and accurate measurement. Surprised myself by how I got my hands on it, honestly. Yeah, I know that stuff is floating around for sure. I just don't want to, like... I definitely don't want to put myself in a bad situation, just in case. So I think we'll just kind of leave that one. If you want to share it with other people, that's totally fine. We'll just kind of leave it out of my stuff, unfortunately. I was talking UVs yesterday. It's very difficult to select thin edges in Maya. That's why I love Rhizome, because it makes the edges very prominent. They're much easier to like actually select. It's gotten cleaned up. The worst part is we're not in a flood area, so no one has flood insurance and lots of people. God, that's awful. That's terrible. Yeah, because like we don't experience floods out here. Like that's not normal. You would think there would be some sort of like clause for that, but you know, insurance is insurance, and insurance sucks. So, of course, there isn't. But I'm glad you guys are doing okay. Hit me up on Discord if it's going. Oh. Yeah, it's not even that, because like it's not even that that's like government proprietary. That's proprietary to Colt, who's the manufacturer of that weapon. So I don't want to deal with like legal stuff with that. UV-based software, yes. This is Rhizome. Nice thing is I can just kind of hide these seams. Oh, that's interesting. That's not what I intended. It's particularly, yes, this software is only for UV. And again, if you guys are using Maya UV, like there's really no issue with the one in Maya. I just found that this made UVing faster for me, which this is one of those things like, so if there's a process that I do in 3D that I don't like, I will find any way I can to make it faster. And this is how I made it faster. So that's why I use it mainly. It's not because I'm against like Maya's UV, because Maya's UV is kind of the same tool. It's just their selection algorithm isn't as good. What are these? Oh, those are the oops. And the unwrap algorithm in this one's better. I very seldom have to like actually manually move things, which is pretty crazy. Now it's more comfortable to chat in Twitch instead of Instagram. I know Instagram's kind of rough to chat on. I'm also not planning to distribute the blueprint because maybe I use it for education. Well, so it's really safe if I use their 3D models and delete them. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends on where you got them from, really. Like, I'll do a search and see if I can find them openly, and if I can find them openly and like I can figure out like they're just widely available, then we can probably do a release or something like that. I just want to check that before I say go for it. I don't want a War Thunder situation on my hands, because if you guys didn't know about that game, there's people who like constantly upload classified documentation to that stupid game, and they get in a lot of trouble for doing it. And yeah, we definitely don't want to deal with that. So that's not what I'm going for here. Is it difficult to use this software? No, it's actually really easy. Once you get the hang of it, it just takes a little bit of learning. And then as long as you have like a good understanding of how UVs work, it's pretty simple. The only thing that I found that was really difficult with it was just learning like all the different keystrokes and stuff because their hotkeys are very different. There we go. Okay. Not seeing any distortion. A little bit in there, but I don't care about that. Good there. Good there. I'm just looking at all these cut corners just to make sure they're not like pinching or anything. Okay. Alright, so we'll unisolate that. And then hope that this one recognizes that one. Select similar. Please work. I don't want to cut that one. I don't think I changed either of those. It's trying. Let's see what it does. Okay, it's time for bed. Just want to pop and say hi. Love you, buddy. Big Brat, you have a good night. Get some good sleep. It didn't work. Damn it. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, thanks for popping in, buddy. Like the Minecraft library. Yeah, the Minecraft library is another one, too. Definitely, I'm also a War Thunder player, so I know how... Oh, I got you. So you have experience with how that goes. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely don't want to be in one of those situations. So, better safe than sorry, at least. I hate that that didn't work. So much of this stuff got manually adjusted somehow. Probably just because I wasn't paying attention, honestly. But it is what it is. Just cut it the same way. Xenomorph is taking control. This has been one hell of a project, man. This is software free to use or subscription based. So, Rhizome's really cool. Let me do a little spiel on it. So let me show you how this works. So we go to Rhizome UV. That's the logo. Don't want that. So Rhizome's really cool because it's super powerful. They have 3 different types of it, including their own library. But when you go to buy Rhizome, right? And I'm not sponsored by them, but I like this tool. So I do virtual spaces because that's the one I use. Real spaces for like architectural stuff, so you don't really need to worry about that one. The beautiful thing about it is when you go to buy it, you can try it, which there's like I think it's like a 30-day trial. So it's a really good trial to like really get into it and learn it and decide if you want to use it and like actually pay for it. But when you go to buy it, you have a couple of different options. So you can go to your indie licenses, which is what I use, and they have this really nice category called rent to own. This is super rare with software nowadays. So for $15 a month, if you want to do it that way, you can basically rent the software to own it. So after 12 months, the software is yours. You own it forever. You don't ever have to buy it again. The only thing that's a little bit weird about that is you actually have to manually go in every month and pay for it because it won't automatically do it. So that's a little weird. If you're a student, I believe it's free. Yeah, if you're a student, it's free. And then the demo, I think, is like 30 days. Yeah, so 30-day trial. And you can try all 3 of these if you wanted to. It just depends on what you're using it for. But yeah, I love this software. I love how friendly to artists they are, and I love how friendly to indie artists they are. The rent-to-own thing, that sold me as soon as I started using it. Okay. And I will down it under your student college ID, so it'll be free. But yeah, there you go. That's awesome. Yeah, if you're a student, definitely use it for free because sorry, I had to adjust, my legs are hurting. It is an industry standard piece of software, so I think they actually, pretty sure they list the companies that use it. Let me see. It's pretty good. I think they're, yeah, so these are all the companies that like actually use this software. So like it is very heavily used. So you have some pretty big heavy hitters in there, and then you have some smaller ones as well. But it's a really good tool to look at. I highly recommend it because it's a big time saver. And I'm going to start doing tutorials on it too. So if you guys are interested in learning it, there will be some stuff on my channel. What did I forget? Oh, I forgot that. Well, I knew I forget something. Yeah, game artist. It's Rhizome. Damn, I should leave now. I'm in my hometown of Diwali, and I don't have Wi-Fi now. And I'm using my mobile internet on PC. It's sucking all my data every second. I watch Twitch for 5 minutes. Oh, that's not good. MGX, no problem. Have a good night. Enjoy what you're doing, and I'll see you soon. All right, so we'll unfold all that junk, lay it out. All right, we're good there. So let's unisolate that. Every time I unhide these, it makes me sad. Hide that. Okay, so that's done. We're making some good progress though. But we're kind of at time for tonight. Let me do, let's see. Anything else? We'll do another set of these screws real quick. Select similar. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Got ahead of myself. I'll be back to join tomorrow if you're... No, I won't be live tomorrow. I'll be live Monday again. Select similar. How much time did it take to model this? I haven't calculated it yet. But I'm pretty sure it's around 17 hours. That's just a guesstimate, though. Okay. Have a good night, MGX. Lay that out. Okay. So we're going to select all of that. We're going to... Whoa, what happened there? Uh-oh. That was weird. Okay, no, that should be fine. Okay, I just had the wrong thing selected. Beautiful. So let's just lay those out. Beautiful. Just unisolate, select that, chunk that, select similar, and hide. Okay. I'm going to save this because it's been a minute since I've done a full save. Okay. All right, everybody. That's kind of it for tonight. Instagram, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here, but thank you guys so much for hanging out. It's been a good Friday night. It's a nice, chill night. I know this stuff can be kind of lame to watch, but if you're trying to learn Rhizome, it's a good chance to learn it, especially if you're going to start learning it. This will be a good chance to ask questions on how to use it and how to work with it. It's a super powerful tool, and I recommend it for everybody. But with that said, Instagram, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream for tonight. Once again, thank you so much. I will see you all live again on Monday. You all have a wonderful night. Give that just a minute to catch up here. All right. All right. YouTube, you guys are next. Thank you again so much for hanging out tonight. I really appreciate it. Looks like it was a pretty popular night tonight on YouTube, which is awesome. Thank you guys again for watching and chilling. I will see you all live again on Monday as usual. We'll be working on the alien again. The live tutorial will come back on Wednesday for the speaker project. So we'll finish that up. I think we'll be UVing that one too. We are going to UV that one in Maya. So don't worry if you don't have Rhizome. We'll do that one in Maya. And then we will, we'll just continue with that. And then this project's going to take up most of my time on stream for the next foreseeable future. So hope you guys are ready to see this a lot. But again, thank you guys so much. Mr. Blazing Man, thank you as always. You guys have a wonderful night and have a safe weekend. And then Twitch, let's raid out.